Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
We thought that was you with the hat on.
Yeah. We thought, well, I thought you'd given up on us.
Ah.
Michael, can I say straight up, thank you very much for sending back the stuff. I'm sorry that I didn't reply. We should have thanked you for it. So I'm sorry about that. But thank you.
It's okay. Come away.
A lot to learn.
You see, actually, you did better than I expected.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and yeah, especially Rhoda.
Exactly.
You amazed me.
Because I look. Yeah, but don't get used to it.
I was just saying though, Michael.
I might as well get used to it randomly.
Randomly.
Yeah, very randomly. Yeah.
Actually, Michael, the homework is a really good thing because it makes you go back and see the corrections, and then it helps to go in more.
So, from looking at your work, and I have come up with some ideas which we are going to discuss today.
Okay. Can I just ask you a couple of questions about the homework? Okay. I think they're very easy to answer, but on number 4, I want to tell you something.
Yeah.
Apart from getting something out, apart from missing out nuam, which I'll get, but also ong, O-N-G.
Yeah. Okay.
What's ong?
Well, I was just going to tell you that.
Okay.
Sorry.
We all got it wrong.
Yeah. I did.
And I had one more to ask you about, but if you can leave it till later if you like.
Yeah.
It was number 19, and I didn't understand na in there. Do you want to use my glasses? Ka mitlam lang na zang nuam here.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything else understood. Thanks.
Yeah. I suppose I already thought you would ask that.
Okay, that's fine.
So, is Steve missing today?
Yeah, his daughter and son-in-law are moving into his house today.
Okay.
So he felt he ought to help.
So then, we can get started.
Yeah.
So, let me share your screen, and we discuss the notes I prepared. Then I suppose that will answer all your questions.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, can you all see the screen and the notes?
Yes.
Okay. So first, let's discuss the position of na in question. You see, it can sometimes be confusing. I mean, the position na, like Phil was just asking. In question, like in the question structure, the question form, do you? And we begin with na and the verb and end with here. Na, here. This is the same as do you in English. So we have to remember that na, the word na comes before the main verb. By the way, Tony, you got some sentences wrong because you knew too much.
I can easily sort that one.
You You have to slow down. Well, just kidding. And
I
so
got
let's
na in the wrong place.
yeah.
Or didn't have it at all.
Let's look at this example. For example, in English, we say, "Do you like?" So, "do you" is the same as na here. So, in the notes, we see that na always comes before the verb date, right? Date here, date is the main verb like. So we put na before the verb date. Then it becomes na date here. So I highlighted the words right here. Are the letters small? Too
No,
small to see?
They're okay. They're okay.
They are a little bit for me. Sorry, that's not. I need new glasses, but I can't go because of COVID.
Well. Never mind.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Thank you.
good. Yeah.
Thank you.
So do you like? Do you? Here the word do you is the same as na here, and we put na before the verb date. Like is date. So do you like becomes na date here. So the question begins with na and end with here. And the second one, do you know? So we have noted that do you is na here, right? Then the verb comes in between na and here. So na say here. No is say. Na say here or na say here. And another example, do you have? Have is nay. Okay, nay. So here, do you is na and here. So we put na before the verb nay, and it becomes na nay here. Okay.
Okay.
Can you? Okay. So then, and there is one exception. If the sentence has an object, the object is put before na. So for example, in this sentence, do you like this? Okay. Here in this sentence, we see that the word this is the object. Then it comes before the word na. So we start with he na de ya. Do you like this? This is the object. So the object comes before na.
That's the case with number 19 about my glasses. Do you want to use my glasses?
Exactly.
Nam Lang Zhang comes first before na.
Mm-hmm. So, and another one, do you know any? Any is the object of the verb. Then in Teizang, we put the object before the word na. Okay. Na. The simple question is na and here, right? But when there is an object, we put the object before the na, then it becomes any na say here. Do you know any?
Got it.
Okay, good. And another example, do you need a phone? Here in this sentence, a phone is the object of the sentence. Then we put phone before na. Then we begin with the object. Then phone na kisam here. Kisam is the word for need.
Need.
And then we say phone na kisam here. Do you need a phone? So, do I make myself clear?
Yeah, that's good.
I hope this answers your first question. And another one, nong, right? Nong. Nong, nong. Nong, we say, we stress like nong, 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 falling and rising again. Nong, nong, nong. So the word nong is used instead of na when the subject is you and the object is me. Okay, that's very strange. Nong. In the simple question, we begin with na and end with here, right? But if the subject in the question is you and the object of the question is me, then we don't use na. We say nong. It means the direction is toward me. So let's look at these examples again. So, do you know me? Okay. In the example above, let me go back. Here, can you see this one?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know only without object, and we say na say here, right? Na say here, no object. But when there is an object, do you know me? Then we don't say na, but we say nong. Nong say here. Do you know me?
Okay.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
And another example. Do you remember me? Remember is pork, pork,
Oh.
pork, pork, pork,
Oh.
pork. Yeah. And the sound ends with k. Pork.
Pork.
Not pork, but pork.
Not pork.
Oh.
Yeah. Falling slowly and rising up. Pork. So, do you remember me? So here in this sentence, in this question, the subject is you and the object is me. Then we ask, nong. Nong pork here, do you remember me? And do you want to visit me? Want is nuam, okay? Here, want is nuam. And visit is ho. So do you want to visit me? Here in this question, the subject of the question is you and the object is me. That's why we say nong ho nom ya. Nong ho nom ya. Like the direction is like to me, to my place. It shows the direction.
Okay.
And another example, do you hear me? Do you hear me? Here is za, okay? Za.
Okay.
So do you hear me? Then the subject is you and the object is me. Then we say nong. Nong za here. Do you hear me?
Nong za, yeah.
So we have to look at the subject and the object, the agreement.
That's helped a lot.
And okay. And another one is the use of ong. So the word ong is used in positive and negative statements, especially if the subject is I and the object is you. If the subject is you and the object is I, we say nong. But if the subject is I and the object is you, we say ong. So let's look at these example sentences. In the future form, like I will, and the object should be you, then we say ong. Then here we put the verb, for example. Here we put the verb, and possibly if there is an object, okay, then dong or dong a, dong a, dong a. We connect the sound. We link the sound. We start with ong and end with dong, or you can say dong or dong a. You can say either one you like. It depends on your choice. The meaning is the same.
Is one friendlier than the other?
Yeah, dong a would be friendlier,
Okay.
and dong would be it would sound like unfriendly. Okay,
Sort of
like,
form.
sort of cold. When you're cold to somebody, you just say dong. But if you want to sound formal and not formal, friendly, you say dong a, dong a.
Okay.
Okay.
So the direct translation would be I will plus there should be a verb, an object, and you. Okay. So let me say this. I will tell you. Here we have I will and the object you. So we say ong and dong. Ong hil dong. I will tell you. Tell is hil. I will tell you. Ong hil dong. Or simply put, or in a friendlier way, ong hil dong e. In English, you might say, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
Then another one, I will wait for you. Here the word wait for is ngak, ngak,
No.
No.
no end sound.
No.
In the sound between N and G.
Huh?
Like the glottal sound. Not the glottal sound. I don't know what's called in English. Here.
Nasal.
It'll be nasal.
Guttural. No.
Ngak, ngak.
No.
Yeah, never move. Don't move don't move your tongue or your teeth. Just open up and just push air. Ngak. You control the airflow from the throat. Ngak, ngak.
No.
No.
Yes, Phil, you got it right. Ngak.
No.
No.
Yes.
No. No.
Tony, would you try?
No.
No. Not the end sound. Don't move your tongue or your teeth. Just open up your mouth and just say, but control the airflow from this your throat here. Ngak, ngak, ngak. So let me give you a close example. Here, how do you say this? How do you say this?
Knock.
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 And Tony, do you know how the American people pronounce this?
Knock.
Say that. Would you please say again?
Yeah.
Knock.
Yes, knock, knock. But just leave out the end sound and say it.
Knock.
Knock, knock. The song, the second part of the song. Okay.
Yeah.
Knock. Then don't use the end sound. Then ngak, ngak. Okay, the bass sound. Let's say knock. The American would say knock, and from that sound we just leave out the end sound. It becomes ngak. Yeah, Rhoda, that's correct.
Feel like a bird. Sounds like something a bird would say.
Yeah. Exactly that sound. Ngak, ngak, ngak.
Jackdaw.
Yeah, we control the airflow. We suddenly pause the airflow. Ngak. Suddenly pause right here. Ngak.
Okay.
Yeah, it would sound like the goose.
Yeah, it's like a crow noise, isn't it? We have a blackbird, the crow that makes a noise like that.
Yeah. Well, good. So
I'll have to draw a crowy sign right near it.
And the most important thing is not to sound the end.
Okay.
Don't say knock. Just say knock, knock. When you say knock, knock, you move your tongue, right?
Yeah.
Knock, and just relax your tongue and say it. Knock, knock. Nothing in the mouth moves. Knock, 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 knock.
So is wait for, would it also say wait as well?
Yeah.
Wait, yeah. Okay.
Knock, knock. I will find the correct pronunciation for you later. I have the application. Well,
there are 3 trips in that verse, aren't there? There's an ng on it long, and then the na, and then the dong. 3 times we'll trip up.
ongak dong, ongak dong, ongak dong, ongak dong. Ongak. Okay. Well, the closest song would be how do you pronounce this?
Gok.
Gok. So the American would say gok, gok, gok. Okay. But the G sound, the problem is the G sound. We have the NG sound. Okay. So, well, how do you say this?
Ing.
Ing.
So, do you notice the last ending sound? Ing. The last sound, the ending sound. Ing. How does it end?
Yeah. And then
In.
In.
So we use that last song. You don't have that song, the NG song. That's the problem. For example, here, let me give you some Didim people would say gu. Okay, gu for bone. But in Teizang, when the Didim people use the G, we use the NG. Ngu, 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 ngu. That's the problem with the Teizang. The Teizang.
it is a little. It's a little bit like our word for Gnostic, which is PN instead of NGPN. Yeah.
I close my nose and sound.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open my mouth and close my nose.
No.
Not na. When I say na, I move my tongue. Your tongue doesn't move. Just open your mouth and close your nose and say na. Yeah, that song exactly. Rhoda.
But how do you do it without holding your nose?
So, okay. When I say I hold my nose, what I mean is you don't let any air.
Don't breathe through. Yeah.
You don't let any air out from your nose. Yes, Rhoda, you got it right.
Need cold. Need to have a cold, and you'd be able to say it.
Tony, why don't you try one? No air from your nose, no tongue moving. Yeah.
It is tough for me.
Very close. Very close. But Rhoda, what you said was right. That's the sound you just made.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, that's it.
You really have to get your mind in gear with it, don't you? You really have to engage your mind to say it.
It's what happens when you go to the doctor and you've got a sore throat and he says open your mouth and say
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But the R is the A song, right?
Yeah.
After nga. Yeah, that's it. Say that. Would you say it again?
Nah.
Not na. And leave it out. Leave out the end song. Nga. Yeah. Nga.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we use that sound quite a lot because, for example, for the word for face, we say sanga.
Nah. It's easy.
Yeah. Sanga. Yep. Sanga. Sanga. Yeah, that song is right. So fish. Okay. So, sorry. We use the NG sound quite a lot, quite often. So, fish sanga. Sanga. Yeah. Rhoda. Can you say it quicker? Yeah, that's correct. Sanga.
Quick's not very good. I have to go slow.
But you make the sound better when you say quick.
Okay. Sanga.
Yeah, exactly. That the second part of the song is the NG song we use.
Sangha.
Yeah, exactly. Correct.
Mm.
When you say sanga, and nobody will realize you are English.
Except that that's all I'll say.
Except for that word.
I think I'm a fish.
You speak from behind the curtain and say sanga.
Oh dear.
Okay. Remember the second sound for fish, sanga. The second sound is the sound for ng. Okay, sanga. That's why here ngak. So let's put the K right here. And how would it sound?
Sanga.
Rhoda, would you sa? We start with s.
Sa.
Sanga. Sanga. Then omit the S sound, right? The SA sound. And it becomes ngak. Sanga. Sanga. So it's like you put some water in your mouth, but not swallow it. Just keep it right here and then nga. Yeah. Nga. Sanga. So you will hear the sound of this ng quite often when you speak to the Teizang people. This is the distinctiveness of the Teizang. Quite different from the Didim. But in Didim, they say ji, ga. Okay. Well,
So the word for school was song. Was that
school?
said differently? Yeah. S-A-N-G. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sang.
that's different.
Ang.
The same sound.
Nga. Sang.
Okay, thank
The ending song is the same.
Okay, thank you.
Sang. Sang.
Song.
This the ending. Sang is one sound, but if you put a, then it becomes a fish. Sanga, two sound, like two syllables.
Yeah.
Okay. So another one. I will visit you. So like I said, I will, and you is ong, right? Ong and dong or dongei. Ong ho dongei. I will visit you, or I will come over to you. Ong ho dongei. Ong ho dong, or you can say ong ho dongei.
Oh, Tommy.
Ong ho dongei.
Oh, Tommy.
Yeah, ong ho dongei. Okay. Ong ho dongei. Then I will phone you. I will phone you is here in this sentence. In English, you use the phone as a verb, right? We use the phone as the object, and we follow the Myanmar language. Set. It is not an English word. Okay. In Myanmar, they say phone set. Phone set. Set is like connect. So, phone ong set dongei.
Set's the verb.
No, it is also used. It's used with the phone only to make a phone call, make a call.
Okay.
In other sense, you don't use set. It looks like the English word, but it is the Teizang spelling. This is the Teizang word to make a call. But remember that the set, we never say the word set only. It always comes with phone set. It's phone, call a phone, make a phone call, phone set. So here, phone is used as the object. That's when we put it before. Okay, before ong. So phone ong set tong e. I will phone you. I will call you. I will ring you. Okay, I'll give you a call. Then I will come to you. Come to you. Come is bai, right?
Mhm.
So ong bai tong. I will come to you.
What was help?
Help.
Help. Above visit. The one before visit. I will help you.
I will help you.
That who.
Help. Who.
Who.
Pause suddenly. Stop the airflow.
Who.
Who? But you let some air flow. Stop the airflow completely. Who. How do you sound this? Who, right?
Yeah, that's where I went.
And
Who.
What about this?
Who.
What?
Who. Who. So remember, I think I mentioned this in our previous lesson. When a verb ends with the H letter, the letter H, then you suddenly stop the airflow. Stop completely. Who. Okay. On hu tong, I will help you. And another example. I will come to you. Okay. Come is bai. I will come to you. Ong bai tong e. Bai. Bai can have two meanings in English: go and come. Okay. In English, go and come. But in Teizang, we use bai for the two meanings, for the two like go is you leave a place, you leave here, right, to another direction, then you say go. But from some place to this place, we say come here. Come is towards me, and go is from me to another place. But in Teizang, when somebody says by with ong, when the bai is used with ong, it means come. But without ong, just only the bai, then it is go.
Okay.
And sorry. Well, and another situation, you use ong. Ong, you begin with ong and you end with ve or o. This is a kind of making a request to ask somebody to do something to do something to you or for you. Okay. To ask somebody to do something to you or to do something for you, then we say ong and end with o or ve. You can choose either one you like. And here, this ve would sound friendlier, and o can be like a command. When you ask somebody who is much younger than you to do something, you can say oh walao bayo. It's like giving comments. But you want to be friendly, and you want to talk. You want to say something. You want to say something to your friend, and then you want to sound polite. Just bay về, lut về, come on in to your guest. Come on in. And it's like why don't you? Okay. Why don't you come? Bay về. So the sentence, why don't you go? Is it a friendly way or an informal way of saying, why don't you go?
So with us, it would depend on the tone of the voice.
Okay. The same is true with this ong, ve. You see, if you want to be polite, stress the sound of ve slowly. Ong ve. Ong ve. But if you say it with very short sound, ong ve, it becomes like you are angry. Okay. Enve, right? Enve with a high voice, with a very short or very loud high voice. If you say the ve in a loud high voice, then it becomes it becomes clear that you are impatient or you are angry. Ai ve. Okay. But in English, I suppose you say something to somebody. For example, somebody's looking, or you ask somebody to find something for you, and it is very obvious, but they don't see it. Then you say, "Are you blind?" Right.
Yeah.
And what tone is that?
A bit rude.
Rude.
Sarcastic.
Sarcastic, yeah. Or surprise.
Yeah.
Or like
impatient.
Impatient.
Yeah.
So if you say the ver with a high sound, it becomes like that.
Okay.
I say something to you and you cannot hear, and I become impatient. I say, "Are you deaf?" But I've never said this to anyone. Okay, so let's go to the example. Visit me. It can be a kind of, how do we say, inviting someone. Okay, visit me, like imperatives, right? But we ask somebody to visit me. I ask you to visit me. Then I say ong. Then I stop with ve or o. So we have two ways to say this. Ong ho ve. Ong ho ve. Okay. Ong ho ve
if you used O in that, it still wouldn't be regarded as a command. It would still be an invitation.
Well, it can be regarded as a command depending on your tone.
Yeah.
So in Teizang language, if you don't want to sound rude, you say something slowly and pulling and stressing the sound. If you say oh, then it sounds like rude.
Yeah.
But if you say oh, then it becomes a very polite and sociable way of asking people to do things, like a friendly way, a very friendly tone. Oh. So when you go to Swampei, you will notice the tone they use. Oh, bayo, they pull the sound, they pull it, they stress, very going slowly down. Oh, there, bye there. It's like talking to a child, right? I'm afraid that you might not understand what I mean, so I stress very long. I stress the sound very long. But in English, you stress it high, right? Are you ready? Are you ready? It's the simple way of saying. But if you're afraid the listener might not understand what you say, then you may say it in a different tone. Are you ready? Right?
Yeah.
It shows that you are afraid that the listener might not understand. Do you understand? It's the simple way of asking if you understand. But when if I'm afraid you might not understand, then I say, do you understand? The sound, the tone shows that I'm a bit worried that you might not understand.
Yeah.
Right?
More sympathetic.
Okay. Oh, if you say it with a short sound, oh, then it is a command. But stress it. Oh. So what about this one? Oh. Double O. Ooh. No. Oh.
That's more.
Oh. Okay. Let me write in the. Oh wow. Never mind. Oh. Okay. Oh. And then tell me. Tell is the word for tell is hill. Okay. Hill.
Okay.
Hill. On hill where? On hill where? Here in this sentence, the sound for ve and o falling down slowly. Ve, o. So tell me, on hill ve, on hill o. Ve, gradually falling, or moderately falling. It's like fading away. So here in this example, tell me, and then we put another indirect object. Tell me your name. We put another object. Then before this on hill there, we put the object right here. Your name is Namin. we start with the object. Namin Ong Hilve, tell me your name. Please tell me your name. You see, remember, we don't use please that much, but we do use sometime. When you are when you're trying to be very formal. Okay, when you're trying to be very formal, then you use please in Teizang. Happy Natal. Too formal. Too formal to be around. I don't want to be around people who always say please, 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 especially in Teizang. Because they are not open. They're not frank. Like, you see, it's not. I would say I don't feel relaxed. I don't feel home with those people saying Happy Natal. I feel like a fish out of water.
Out of water.
Like a fish out of water. Well, so your name is Namin, okay? Tell me, is Ong Hilve right here? We have Ong Hilve. So we put your name before Ong Hilve. Then it becomes Namin Ong Hilve. Tell me your name. Come along is Zui. Come along with me. Or go along with the same Zui. Come along with me. Ong Zui ve. Ong Zui ve.
Z.
Zui.
Zui.
Yeah, Zui.
Zui.
Whoa. What is song like this?
Zui.
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 Zui. Yeah, that, yeah.
Ong Zui ve. Ong Zui ve. And come here. Come here. Ong Bai ve. You call somebody to come to you. Come here. Then Ong Bai ve. Ong Bai ve.
Okay.
Or just come. Okay, come. And give it to me. Give is bia. Bia.
Yeah.
Bia. You start with a low voice and then going up. Bia.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Bia. Ong bia ve. Bia.
Yeah.
Ba. Ba.
Yeah.
Yeah, say that. That's correct. Bia. Ong bia ve. Okay. Wait for me.
Yes, that word.
Ong ngak ve. Ong ngak ve. Ong ngak ve. Ong ngak ve. And wait for me. Ong ngak ve. Look at me. Look is N. Okay, N. Ong N ve. Look at me. Okay, so these are the confusing use of na. Okay, na, the use of na and nong and ong. So I think I should say all the sentences for you to listen later.
Thank you.
I would say
Yeah.
I will read all the sentences. Then you please listen, okay? And later you will listen and practice. So
And listen.
let me start. Do you like? Nadehia. Nadehia. Do you know? Nasehia. Nasehia. And do you have? Nanehia. 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 And do you like this? He nadehia. He nadehia. Do you know Annie? Annie nasehia. Annie nasehia. Do you need a phone? Phone nakisam here. Phone nakisam here. And the use of nong. Nong. We say nong, okay? Not nong, nong, nong. Okay. So, do you know me? Is nong say here. Nong say here. Do you remember me? Nong pork here. Nong pork here. And remember, in the PH, in the letter PH, so, we simply say F, fork. Some people would use the PH sound, pork, but some say fork, the F sound, okay? Nong pork here, or nong fork here. You have two sounds. Do you want to visit me? Nong ho nom here. Nong ho nom here. Do you hear me? Nong za here. Nong za here. Sorry. And the use of ong. Ong is I will. So I will tell you ong hil dong, or you can say ong hil dong e. Two ways. I will wait for you. Ong ngak dong, or ong ngak dong e. I will help you. Ong hu dong, or ong hu dong e. I will visit you. Ong ho dong, or ong ho dong e. I will phone you. Phone ong set dong, or you can say phone ong set dong e. I will come to you. Ong bai dong, or ong bai dong e. You have two ways to say this. And in asking people to comment or making requests, we start with ong and ve. Visit me, then ong ho ve, or you can say ong ho o. Tell me ong hil ve, or you can say ong hil o. And tell me your name. Namin ong hil ve. You can say, sorry, Namin ong hil o. Come along with me. You can say ong zui ve, or you can say ong zui o. Come here, ong bai ve, or you can say ong bai o. Give it to me, ong pia ve, or you can say ong pia o. Wait for me, ong ngak ve, or you can say ong ngak o. Look at me, ong en ve, or you can say ong en o. So here in this sentence, if you say ong en o here, like in English, you connect the N song and the O song, right? Then it becomes like, it sounds like N-O, ong N-O. Okay, N-O. You connect the sound right here. Then it would sound like no, no, no. So like the English, Teizang, we the Teizang people love to connect the sound. We link the sound quite often. That's why, even though you know the words, but when they speak, and then you might have some difficulty understanding, catching up their pronunciation. But
Michael, can I ask you a question?
okay, good.
That's very helpful, the pronunciation. But going back to na, do you know Annie? Annie, there, is that a proper noun?
We say we consider the Annie as the object. So Annie nasi here.
So, do you know any persons, or do you know anybody?
Oh, Annie is the name of a person.
The name, that's what I was asking. Yeah, okay. So that's the name. Yeah, okay.
Let's change the Amy.
Amy, yeah, okay.
Amy or William or things, anything.
Yeah.
The name of a person.
Got it. Thank you.
Good. Well, about the homework. Have you got any questions?
I think you covered. You covered my questions. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mine too.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Good. It's good that you are happy.
The thing that was troubling my mind a little bit, and I'm going to go back over the earlier stuff to try and get my head around it, was looking at the use of the word I, me, or my with gay, ga, gen, ing, and just get those right every time. Because I was happy with Gamin, my name, but then on last Monday we were using it for I, not my.
Yeah.
And that confused me. The rule changed.
There are many different ways of using the pronouns. I, so I, my, me, you. Okay. Gen, gay, ga, gen, gay. So a bit confusing.
Yeah.
I understand you might struggle with it. But feel free to ask anytime you have a question.
Thank you.
Great.
So Michael, nuam means want.
Nuam. Nuam is the word for want to. I want to.
Okay. So I am pleased.
Yeah. Then that's okay. Let me share a screen, okay, please. You see, in English, you have the verb form, the noun form, and the adjective form, right? For instance, this can function as a verb or as a noun. Am I right? This really confuses us.
Yes.
Yes.
Second language learners. So here, nuam as a verb is and nuam as an adjective is list. And with the suffix we say nuam sa is a verb. Enjoy. Okay. is like an adjective. Very nice, very good, very enjoyable. And with a prefix like a prefix, we say me. Okay, me is person. Nuam is good. Nuam sa, enjoy. And then when we combine these words to form a single noun, minuam sa is the collective noun for is that right? The well-to-do. Do you know what I mean with this word? The well-to-do.
People who are well.
Posh.
The rich, right?
Yeah.
The rich people. The minuam sa.
You know I'm sorry.
The better off.
Mhm.
The better off people.
Michael, would you mind going through breaking up that word again? Min. Me. Oh, that's I. Me. Nyom sa.
Me is person or people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nuam sa. The word only nuam sa is enjoy.
Yeah. Okay.
Then minuam sa. When we combine, it's like a clause in English. People who enjoy life.
Okay.
Who enjoy life to the full. Minuam sa, but in English we better translate the rich people or the better off, the well-to-do.
Mm.
So if you stick to the single word nuam, then all these other words will confuse you.
Okay.
Like in English, we say the word family, right?
Mhm.
We have to take note of the little variation.
Mhm.
That's good. Thank you.
Does it answer your question, Sailor?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I couldn't work out why. I am pleased with our longer one.
Yeah, I am pleased. Here, this is the adjective.
Mhm.
Kalung what? Nuam, right? Well,
Okay.
and by nuam, when this nuam is preceded by a verb, then you understand that this is a verb want to.
Mhm.
Okay, but when this nuam functions alone after some nouns, then it is an adjective. By nuam, I want to go, and nuam, want to see, okay? Lei, nuam, want to buy. Za, nuam, want to hear. Yeah, by nuam. By is go, nuam is want. I want to go. We don't necessarily say the preposition to. Want go. And nuam, want see. Lei nuam, want buy. I want to buy. Za nuam. Za is here, and nuam is want. I want to hear. So if the word nuam is preceded by another verb, then this nuam is want to.
Okay.
Say again, Michael, what happens when it's not preceded, when it's just on its own? Go on.
An adjective.
Then it becomes like enjoy or.
Okay.
For example, let me give you another example. There, you see, the way we say things is a bit different. For example, you would say I enjoy this party, or yeah, let's say I enjoy this party. I enjoy the party. Let's say I enjoy the party. So here in this sentence, your concentration, your focus is the feeling, the party gives you.
Enjoy.
Okay, but your focus is on the party itself. I enjoy the party. You see, in Teizang, party nuam nuam, enjoy. But what we mean is the same, but the way we say it is different.
Okay.
Here, I enjoy the party. In English, you emphasize your feeling. Okay, but in Teizang, party nuam, it's like this party is enjoyable. We focus on the party itself.
Okay.
But in English, here you emphasize your feeling. I enjoy it. But it is I. The focus is I. But in Teizang, the party is enjoyable. Party nuam. Then we put the emphasis on the party itself. That's the difference.
I just learned a new word, party.
I didn't click onto that.
I won't remember it.
For what?
Party is party.
Party nuam. So enjoy is it can mean nuam can be enjoy or want to, pleased. Okay, like this.
I had comfortable written down for Nuam. Does it work for comfortable, or is that more in the pleased sense, happy about it?
Okay. Let me try again. Let me try a different way.
I can work out the second one.
And in general. Nuam in general describe the positive, the good feeling. Okay. So here, Kwa Hun is the weather. Kwa Hun Nuam. Then we have nice weather. Kwa Hun Nuam. Okay. Nuam in general is good feeling or positive feeling. So Kwa Hun Nuam is the weather is nice. And Hi Puan Sil Nuam. Remember the sound, the pronunciation. Nuam is the verb. Nuam, this the falling sound, the sudden falling sound. Nuam is the adjective. Nuam is a verb. The rising sound is a verb. The falling sound is an adjective. So Kohun Nuam is nice weather. Hi Puan is shut. Then Sil is wear. So this shirt is nice to wear. Don't say Sil Nuam, but Sil Nuam, falling sound, because we use this word in description, describing something or someone. Nuam. Ka phone at Nuam. So my phone is good to look at, nice to look at. At Nuam. Tony Hopi Nuam. Hopi is talk to. Then Tony is nice to talk to. Here, Hopi Nuam. Hopi is the kind of noun. Nuam is good, nice. In English, it would be like talking to Tony is nice. Hotel Nuam. The hotel is nice or comfortable. Lukna is bad. Lukna Nuam. The bed is comfortable. Kikop. Kikop is the church service or worship, okay? The church service was nice, or really good, or nice. It means I really enjoyed the worship. So it describes the positive things. Lai art nuam. A comfortable writing, or I enjoy writing. This nuam is describing the good things. Lasak nuam. Lasak is singing. Nuam is nice. It's nice to sing. So in general, the word nuam, the falling song with the falling song, nuam is used as an adjective in description, in describing something, describing someone. Okay.
That's very helpful. Thank you. Clears that up. Good.
That's a name, a word with many facets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nuam, falling song.
Falling.
But if you say nuam with rising, then this rising song is a verb. The sudden falling nuam is enjoy or good thing, comfortable. In general, good things. like the American English or like the informal English, you say okay. How's the lesson? Oh, it's okay. You always say, some people always say okay to mean different things, like different positive things. The hotel is okay, the meal was okay, the party was okay. Okay, my blind date was okay. And things like that. Okay can be used in different ways to say positive things. Like this, norm can be used like okay. I feel good. Well then, from Myanmar, tomorrow, I will send a paper. I will send some homework again.
Thank you very much, Michael.
Thank you.
And you do your best, and I try my best to take them.
Thank
Then
you.
we'll
Thank
discuss
you.
again later.
Lundam.
Thank you.
Yeah, Gezong Lungdam.
That was good.
Very
You
helpful.
see, in fact, like I said, I didn't expect that much because you knew more than I thought you would.
I was very pleased with myself when I remembered the word for money on the exchange run. So I thought,
Sum sen.
there must be some in here somewhere.
Yeah.
I felt very pleased with myself. And then I told Celia.
And I hope you do well as well the next time.
We'll try hard.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't try harder.
Yeah. You've already been making a progress. You see, learning a language as a second language learner, sometimes it's very difficult to see yourself progress. It reminds me of my past year when I was learning English myself. I didn't know that I was progressing.
Yeah.
You have an amazing grasp, not only of the
You
language.
have, yeah.
but
Yeah.
Definitely.
Very, very wide understanding you have.
Yeah.
Like what?
Now you stumped me.
You see, when I how do we say, when I was studying the English in how do we say, in a more depth, I had no teacher, and there was no one to ask for help. Well, when I struggle with some difficulties, something that I did not understand, so I tried different ways. I struggled myself to find the answers I wanted. So it has been a, how do we say, a real struggle.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, it's a big enough struggle when you've got help.
So I experienced the how do we say, the feelings and the problems that we are likely to face in our acquisition of a new language. So
yeah,
sometimes you struggle with vocabularies, and sometimes you struggle with the sentence structures, and sometimes you struggle with the pronunciation, and sometimes you struggle with the uses. I have gone through all these things.
so you're very empathetic.
Yeah, because I really enjoyed studying the English language. That's why, and yeah, that changed my life and my career. I never ever wanted to be a language teacher in Myanmar. And I never dreamed of becoming a teacher. But I think that was the plan God had already had for me.
Yeah, I can see it.
I I had to accept it. Can't complain.
And he saw us five right at the very beginning when he started you off. He saw us five down the road.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And so I understand, especially in learning English. So I understand the possible problems, the possible difficulties and problems and struggles many students are likely to have. So I taste them myself. So never mind. You see, in your case, okay, sometimes you might think to yourself, oh, I know these much. Like I know the words. I know the words. I know these words, and then I know this structure. And how is it that I can't understand what the Teizang people say? You might ask yourself.
I know why.
But see, to really understand the language takes time and practice. You see, when I was studying English, I mean, in my early years, I knew some vocabularies, and then when I read a sentence in English, like a passage, I knew the individual meanings of the words, but I couldn't translate the paragraph.
Yeah.
So, and I was struggling for a couple of years like that. I knew the words, okay? I knew what the words meant. I studied the vocabulary using a bilingual dictionary. Myanmar English Myanmar. Then I wrote down the words. Then I look at the paragraph. It's very difficult to gather the idea, to collect the meaning, what it really means, the general meaning of a sentence or paragraph. That's the first difficulty when learning a different language. You see, now you have learned some vocabularies, but when you read newspaper or the paper written in Teizang, let's say, or when you listen to people speak in Teizang, you may come across with some familiar words. Oh, I know that word, but you don't really understand the whole sentence.
Yeah.
That's the first step. It shows that you have made quite a progress.
You're a great encourager.
Yeah, thank you.
We needed that. Thank you.
You see, I have gone through myself. That's why. So let me. There's one thing I think I need to admit. I need to admit that Andy and David, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
When I first met them, I did not understand what they said.
Nor do we.
We have the same problem.
And
especially David.
I still remember the day when I was talking to David and asking something, and he said he called the brother Sanla, the interpreter from Yangon, Sanla, who's passed away.
Stephen, yeah.
Stephen, right? And he said to him, "Brother, come. I don't know what this brother's talking about." I can still hear it in my ear.
David used to be an auctioneer. They were selling, was it animals?
Yeah, he can speak very quickly.
So he used to sell them and spoke very
But after a year, yes, I could understand them.
Well, I don't understand all he says now. And I'm married to a Scotsman.
Wow.
Wow.
You should bring
But
David
you see, when they came to Moonlight, they lower the speed. The speed. They tried to speak slowly so that it is understandable. That's why I think that was the reason.
When David is preaching, David Gray, he's very loud and quick, and he gets very passionate, doesn't he? So it's even more difficult to understand.
You see, sometimes back in those years, sometimes I find it more difficult to understand Andy.
Oh, really?
Because he used to speak with closed mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you are trying to understand a language, when you're talking or when you're listening to people speak, you have to look at the position of their mouth and their lips to guess what they say. For example, you see in English, you have many confusing words, especially confusing sound. The sound of L-I-V-E. Okay.
Live, life, live, life.
Okay. Let me give you the problem. Let me tell you the problems I had. Very interesting. You see, back in those years. So this.
Yeah.
Or live.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Whoa. So when you say these words without looking your mouth, it's very difficult for me to understand what words you say. So the position of your lips gives me a hint.
Yeah.
That's why when Andy was preaching, he didn't use his lips that much. So it was quite difficult for me to understand.
I'm sure.
Leave the leaf in the lift.
And go for your life.
Oh dear.
So in English we have like the tongue twister, right? Tongue twister to practice those words. Well, it was like a happy memories with Andy and David Gray.
You've given us some tongue twisters today.
Yeah.
Well, tongue non-moving twisters, really.
Non-tongue twister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell Steve we've had the most difficult lesson today, and we didn't understand.
Tonsil twisters, I think.
Yeah.
It's been good, Michael. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Very, very helpful.
Thank you very much for your hard work.
So,
And I think, the difficulty is exactly what you're saying for us, is that when we're trying to listen to quick speech, if we knew all the words, we'd have more of an opportunity, but we pick up ones and then we're just completely confused because there's so many we don't still know. And the speed, even recognizing them, is hard at the moment.
Yeah. You see, a lot of English learners in Myanmar, they have the same problems. That's when some people give up learning.
Yeah.
Oh, English is not my cup of tea. They say.
That's a good bit of English.
Yeah.
good one. Oh dear.
Yeah.
My cup of tea. And then I said, oh, that must be your cup of coffee.
Yeah. Exactly.